up left side, they've got support from up top. Top Uber takes down the sentry. Big counter coming in. Hafu holding onto his heavy. There shouldn't be much done, but they are going to take a lot of ground. You like that strategy, just kind of pushing in to keep that sentry gun up?
Yeah, actually, that blue sentry gun is very powerful, and it's a good thing that S2 took it down as fast as they did. Because if you leave that up, you're going to get destroyed by that.
I have to agree with you. It's like somebody slipped through the backfield and is going to try to divide the attention. You got Garrett the Stoic in a duel, one-on-one. Oh, and he beats Carnage! Neat shot! He throws a sniper in a demo. The sniper meets, takes him down. One shot. It does help. Because, if you notice, A point and a lot of S2 is dead. So here they come, dropping down the ever so risky point, and there's no one there to meet them, and B is wide open.
Yeah, S2 really didn't get to be fast enough. They kind of just defended A way too long, so Stoics are going to make them pay for that.
Yeah, they bombed on transition again. Hafu's got his Uber at 50%. They're kind of lingering around E point, and they really need to be getting their asses to C. They're getting trouble coming through that little passageway from E to E. There comes the Uber, rolling right through that passageway. They're going to get up on Enigma, who's dangerous near all those ledges of doom.
The final control point is being contested.
And here we go, Enigma with the counter. He's running in, takes down John. Medic's going to escape, and it looks like Stoic should be able to get C here without really much trouble.
Our control point is being captured.
Yeah, S2 is... I'm going to make a prediction here and say that this is going to get won in the next 5 minutes. At this rate, S2 needs to pull their stuff together and need to defend the point right now. Pick one.
I think that's a
and
pretty
it ain't going to be C.
good choice. Yeah, well, they need to start getting ready for D. Enigma making a stand, though. Trying to help get his reinforcements here. Hafu goes down. Enigma takes 2 out with the extinguisher. Looking for a third. Booyah! We got a fucking hat trick right there. Looks like C's gonna stay.
Ooh, he gets saved. That's good.
Hey, man.
I'm kind of surprised there. But it looks like S2's engineer isn't taking any chances. He's setting up on D already.
I think that's smart. They're learning to transition a little better.
Definitely.
Gravis, about 90%, getting ready to take his team in. Garrett still being annoying over E. 1v1ing Carnage. Carnage takes him down this time. Enigma scaring off the spy. We've got S2 kind of spreading out all over the place. And here comes the attack. Stoic pressing in. And smart. You see S2 just kind of fade into the back. They lost a few, but they're kind of trickling out. Hiding in that respawn. And C is going to go.
And they should not have moved that sentry. They should have left it at D.
Saber the Stoic getting ballsy right up on that resupply door. Takes a couple, goes down. And forces an Uber. So Hafu is out of Uber charge. Brevis sitting at 75%. They're getting ready to take D. Let's see what they've got set up over at D, Peter.
Scorch. Looks like they got a level 2 sentry set up at D. They're going to try to make an effort at it. I don't know how successful they are going to be. They need more people here. Stoics are going to walk all over them.
Now it looks like they roll in, take out that sentry gun. We've got a combo. They're running off. Just trying to escape. Hafu wants his Uber. Relic trying to keep him alive. Not much going on at D. S2 trying to take advantage of their E spawn while they still have it. It is about to go away. And If I were Stoic, I would have my demo man piping up those spawns. There he goes. He finally starts doing it, throwing a few spams, and he's going to leave it alone.
That sentry is really important for the E and B defense, and Card just isn't getting any kind of support. He's getting walked all over by Stoics. Looks like the Stoics are going to capture E in the next 5 minutes.
The Stoics, though, get themselves caught up, chasing a kill up top. Carnage goes in, does work on the heavy. He's got 2 Ubers going off. And everywhere. Thanksgiving jubilance. Chimera doing a good job as Pyro puts one to his death. Then it goes down. It looks like we've got only 2 alive, the demo and engineer for S2. Stoic all over the point, getting a gun up. I believe this is going to be a pretty good round.
Look at that.
Yeah, we see the Stoic taking
6:25.
Yeah, that's quick. Quick. Alright, your S2 took you 10-something minutes last time. They just capped 6:25 on you. What do? Do you change your strategy completely? Do you go with what you know?
You gotta change your strategy. You don't have enough time to capture all 5 points. You need about 8 minutes to capture all 5 points. If I was S2, I would capture A and B to close off one of the Stoics' entrances to E, and then move straight up to forget C. Just move straight onto E and capture it as fast as we can. Maybe use a paint-trained soldier or demo man. Speed up the process.
I don't quite recall. Which one gives you the bridge? Is that C?
That's C.
So you think only capture with people who can jump it?
It's a lot of classes can actually make that jump. Even the engineer can jump onto E using a dispenser as a platform.
Just make it a little riskier. I'm interested to see if they're going to go with what you said. Looks like they're bum rushing E.
They're just bum rushing E.
They roll right through. The spy doing a great job of disguising himself, running right through the team. There it goes, right on the heavy. Trying to get a second one, gets another butter knife, and we got the Uber popped for Stoic. John trying to hold it down, using his spawn wisely. S2 is just getting scattered. Spy, the Pyros, everything is throwing them off, and they're getting taken down one by one. Carnage getting up on the medic. Killed by that sticky splash. And it looks like S2 is going to redirect their attention to A. So they tried some sort of blitzkrieg strategy, and it ended up losing them time.
Yeah, it really doesn't work to go straight from the spawn to E. Red team has too many. There's an A-B-E spawn there that closes when you capture B, and that's why B is usually the minimum capture in order to go for an E snag. I really don't think that S2's gonna win this.
I see kind of some discouraged defeatedness already in S2, just kind of running into A one at a time.
Carnage went fan. Force of nature.
Having fun. Meets the next maps. I mean, they're ready to get this shit over with. I don't see much going on. But maybe they'll, someone will give them a morale boost.
It's possible to capture E.
It is. You gotta try, right?
Can't bother. They can't bother with D. They really don't have time to capture D. You might be able to do C.
Well, you gotta get B to get C. Is B or E? Make the choice. Relic kind of roaming around on his own with the medic. Looking to go to E. Here they go. They find a soldier. And Demo Man. Scrabber's getting his Uber up to 100%. Got some action at B. S2 just kind of rolling through. They're going through the motions, I guess. Afu just respawning. Overcharge is 0%. He's only got 3 minutes and 20 seconds, folks. That's less than a minute per point.
That's an impossible achievement. Are they going for C?
Gonna have to go for E. Scrappers,
What are they
down
doing?
his Uber. Carnage can't kill the medic. Oh, but they put him in a pickle. We've got Scout Med, Big Saul. Big Scatter coming from Carnage, holding it down.
The final control point is being contested.
Now he gets Ubered.
That's an unusual tactic.
Yeah, now that poor medic is left alone. Afu goes
Yep.
down. Carnage
Like I said, like I said, MC grabbed the pain train. He's trying to capture E with the Scout.
Now, what if, you put the shield or something on the demo man, and then you get the fists on the heavy, and he just kind of like absorbs damage while the demo man caps with that shield or something.
Well, the Fists of Steel deflect a whole bunch of range damage, but they double melee damage, and there's almost no melee in comp, so it's a good choice. The shield for the demo man is a bad choice because it replaces his sticky launcher, and it only deflects explosive damage. Okay.
Truth. I like spamming my pipes while aiming them.
I
It
love
looks like Stoic takes it 2-0. Topping S2 without much struggle. They had a really good offense, and S2 just couldn't handle it. Why did they win?
Well,
Scorch,
S2
what's up?
wasn't... Well, it looks like S2's only idea of an offense is to A, B, C, D, E, which is great if you have time to do it. If you're on defense, and you're the offending people, they go A, B, C, E, take E. You're not going to have time to do an A, B, C, D, E offense. And if you don't practice the A, B, C, E, or A, B, E offense, you're going to lose.
It definitely looks like Stoic practiced. Stoic knew their shit. Their scrim buddy is with Peter, so I imagine they probably got some scrims going on this and prepared. S2, I guess, threw it together. I'm sure they had a lot of fun, but when you're playing against strategy on a map like this, there's not much you can do.
If I may interject, I'm not sure that Stoics won that round. I don't see why they would change map and re-exec configs if they won it, and we really didn't get to see the end, so I'd like to see who shows up first before calling it a win here.
How would they not have won it?
I don't know. We didn't get to see the end.
That's the
I think the timer ran out is what happened, and then that's it.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have cycled maps, and now they're rejoining the server. See, we got switched over.
Oh, you think they could have capped it? Is that what you're saying?
I think they.
If they did, it's a damn shame we couldn't have seen it.
It didn't look like they were going to. Okay, well, we're gonna chill here because it looks like people are rejoining and try to figure out exactly what happened. It's kind of like having a paper bag stuffed over your head. I don't know what's going on.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Current score is 1-1. This is the tiebreaker round.
Okay, yeah, sweet. Wow, okay. So, change of plans. S2 pulled something out of their ass. I don't know what happened, man. I can't compensate because I didn't see it. But we know it did happen. Somehow they did something. And they won that round.
E, somehow.
Yeah, they captured E. What they did to do that, the world may never know.
That speaks well for their flexibility.
Yeah, and really being strong in the crunch. Like I said, they looked defeated and straggly, but they pulled it together, and when we weren't looking, and some wizard of strategy and madness cast his spell of awesome on the team, and they defeated the great Stoic warriors.
I guess they weren't stoic enough.
Nope. You think they're going to learn from that? Scorch, now that they are attacking first and get a much quicker attack time on this round?
You know, I don't really know. I didn't expect that S2 would be able to not do their standard A, B, C, D, E attack plan. That really did surprise me, taking E. So I don't know what they're going to do. If I were S2, I would go for an A, B, C, E capture. Get it over as fast as possible. Have as little time as possible to defend.
Sounds good to me. I guess if they can do whatever they did in those 2 minutes, they need to do that. I think you do have a little more freedom and a little less pressure if you kind of want to slow roll it a bit. But just knowing Stoic can just manhandle you when they're on offense puts the pressure on me. I say we get together as a team and set a clock and say, okay, guys, 7 minutes or something. We've got to cap it in 7. And try to pay attention to that yourself to help give you that pressure feeling and that speed. Obviously, they need that pressure to cap quicker. Because when they had all day, they probably felt like, oh, we can defend well. We've got good players. We'll take our time, go A through E. And look what happened. So now they know.
Now they know they really can't afford to luxuriate. I think they're going to go for an A, B, C, E capture. Take as little time as possible so they can have as little time as possible to defend. Because they know the Stoics are going to kick their asses if they take too long.
Yeah, so I definitely expect to see something different. And that's why, again, the ABBA format is so great. Is that they had to get attack first again. You get that pressure on you. You know what the other team's doing now. We're in the 3rd round. Best 2 out of 3. So rock, paper, scissors right here. Who's going to throw down? Who's going to win? Who's got the guts? We're just waiting for teams, talking over their strategies.
Oh, it's set up right now.
Whatever they're doing. Oh, yeah, set up. Cool. Well, here we go, and my everything's all janked over here. Let me see if I can fix it. It's like, it says 753 set up, and it's not going anywhere.
That sounds like a problem on your end. It's working fine over here.
Totally a problem on my end.
2, 1.
Oh well. I recorded the demo and stopped. It didn't do anything, so don't know what to say. Anyways,
well, the round has started.
Looks like we are going to roll B. Carnage and Relic is getting a pick. Corlas taking out that sentry gun.
That looks like another bum rush for E. Didn't work last time. Don't know why they're trying. Is it a feint? What are they doing?
We got some pressure. Here comes the spy sneaking up. Oh, he grabs one as he gets grid thinking same time. That was pretty cool. Carnage trying to sneak his way to E.
The control point is being contested.
Looks like it was a feint.
Yeah, they drew everyone to B, and now the main forces are over at A. Hafu's got an Uber ready. 4 down. For Stoic, here they come, out of spawn. Oh, their medic almost got trapped. He manages to make it into spawn. They're going to run to E. Carnage falls to his death, and it looks like they're going to roll on towards B. S2 planning to go down the good old drop.
Or not. What are they doing?
Stoic getting a gun built at B. Yeah, okay, they thought about it, and now they're going through A door to E. Relic and Carnage working B by themselves. They've got the help of the Demo Man. And the rest of the team over at E. Got a...
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Stoic making good use of their spawn, moving in and out of it. All that distraction from the main force let the other, 6 guys just come over And
as soon as
take
B captures that gate that the Stoics are using, is going to lock. Oh, there it is. They're locked.
Yeah, they
They're
get
trapped.
stuck at it. And here's the Uber Heavy, right where that gate locks. That is just brilliant. They don't manage to get the medic, though.
That's a brilliant two-pronged attack. It's hard to pull that off on a Highlander team on this map.
It wasn't as fruitful as they would have wished, but it did do a bit of work, and you've got S2 moving on to C. They have a teleporter up, so the medic's able to just get there quickly, and they're crawling all over C point.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Sentry gun for Stoic is setting up at, looked like it was E side. I can't find the guy now. No, he's trying to set it up at C. It doesn't work.
It's gone.
Relic is venturing ahead. Hafu gets taken down by Chimera, the extinguisher. And here comes the contest to C. It is almost capped. Too little, too late.
Alert. Alert. Control point is being captured.
Seeing a lot of aggressive pressure coming from S2 this time. They're looking great, using a lot of distraction plays. It's really smart. Carnage doing it right now, sitting on E.
You know, I'm really surprised that S2 is pulling off these distraction plays and feints. And that takes a really together team. It's very hard to do. I was not expecting this. But it looks like they are doing the A, B, C, E capture strategy.
And maybe the biggest feint is that they pretend like they don't have strategies, and then they really do.
Either that or someone is really screaming at them.
Yeah. We got everybody just dropping for Stoic. They're just going to go for E here on S2. About halfway cap. Carnage looking to sneak his way around as scout. Meat set up, sniping at a good spot, far away. Grabs the heavy that's being a nuisance. Snags another kill on that engineer. They should be able to kill that sentry gun and get on E again.
Yeah, that sentry is down. What are they?
Ooh. Nephilim gets a nice shot on Carnage. Good quick scope. Carnage enjoyed it. There we go. Coming.
Regrouping at A.
Coming A. John, the Devil Man, going down. That should give them some freedom to work up. Looks like they're gonna try to get D now.
If I may
Either that or it's another feint.
If I may intervene quickly, guys, Performance Enhanced wins over DMS at the count scoreboard 2-1.
Thank you for the update, Peter.
I don't know if that was to us or to everybody. We've got a big hold at D. Chimera picking up 2, 3. Oh, that's a teleporter, my bad. Some big play from John. He's nailing him on the heavy. Forces the pop. Core Blast. Run it in. Can he mow? Is there an on? No. The grass goes. It doesn't grow. And Medic is going to get left out to dry. Uses heavy as a shield, but he runs into a spy and a scout. Goes down. Stoic kind of frantically running all over the place, trying to defend D and E at the same time. They've really done a good job slowing S2 down with their guerrilla warfare defense.
Yeah, S2 really needs to pick an attack strategy. A schizophrenic attack strategy like this does not work on a captured map like CP Steel. I don't know if they're going to go try for D hard or try for E hard, but they need to pick one soon. They want to have any chance of getting a good time on this.
Alert! The final control point is being contested.
S2 making that move on E again. Getting some good spam. We've got a sneak engineer. Vicariously Stoic throwing down a sentry gun. We'll see if he can't get it up while everyone's distracted. No one's noticed yet. Finally, the Demo Man spots him. We've got a lot all over E. Scrabberus, the Stoic, without anyone to heal, he's hanging out in respawn, finally catches up. Here they come, pouring out of E entrance, or exit from spawn.
Oh, Girardi on the point, that's gonna hurt.
It is. You got the Devilman making a nice move from down low, John. I like that.
Wow, S2 just pretty much disintegrated after they got Girardi there. They're still making an effort to cap it, though. It might just work, too.
Everybody just piling on the point. Finally, a lot dropping. And that's going to start charging down. Scrabberus got his Uber at 95%. He should achieve it. Still trickling in one by one is S2, unwilling to give up. Scrabberus pops his Uber. I didn't see why he did that.
No, I didn't see either.
So that gives a little bit of an advantage for Hafu if he can stay alive, which he's had trouble doing with this aggressive attack. They get on point. Here comes John and Saber working together to be bros and do work. Starting their own union over here. Hafu escapes, though. He finds his teammates, gets a health pack, going to keep that Uber going. He loses his advantage. He is tied now. Hafu hitting 100%. Looking to push that point.
Scrabberus popped his supercharge. What's he doing?
I don't know. Hafu's got his, but he's got a spy on him. Trying to survive. He does. They've got numbers. They've got the Uber advantage. Here they come. A little bit of a feint over at D side. You've got the engineer with his teleport. Scout and Pyro. And the main forces should push about now. Meat making a nice pick. Relic trying to get up and spawn. It's a curious decision. It's way over at C.
They were probably heading over to D.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they kind of dropped the ball on that.
Yeah, they really did. This kind of schizophrenic offense is... it doesn't look like they... I don't think they have the power to take E. So it looks like they either need to get really lucky and get a couple good picks and capture E, or they're going to need to grab D, close off the Stoics' easy access to E, and move on to E, and have not a very good time.
Yeah, I think at this point they've pussyfooted enough around that they need to just go ahead and grab D. And keep Hafu alive. He's got advantage, but he's being rushed down by the Scout. It's Heavy trying to keep him alive. Scout firing pistols off. Finally, Gareth goes down. Relic shows up. Keeping his med up. We got Pyro and Heavy on point.
That was a wonderful reflect play by Enigma there. Quite beautiful.
And they managed to take D. Keep their medic alive. Hafu's got his Uber. So here we go. E point. Scrabberus trying to stay alive, trying to get his Uber charge up. Hanging out by D. Getting flunked down by Relic. Really smart play. Forcing him back towards respawn. While his team just racks up the points. They've got a sentry gun up. Looks like they should be able to get this. Scrabberus pops his Uber. Doesn't do much with it. Meets back up with his soldier. They drop. Oh, Relic with the double kill, and it looks like he should solo this cap. Being contested by a Pyro, the worst thing you could run into. Gets help from his medic. Everybody piling on point, and they take it with a even worse time than their first attack, 11 minutes and 38 seconds. Oh, what happened there? It was looking great, and it just fell apart. I
It's just a shame.
That's all you got. This is a shame.
No, it is a shame. S2 spent entirely too much time pussyfooting around trying to capture E and trying to feint to D and then trying to capture E. And they really did almost capture E once or twice, but they couldn't quite make it because the Stoics kept coming out of the resupply next to D and E and blowing them off the point. Sometimes literally.
Indeed. That pyro proving quite useful.
Yeah, looks like I'm going to have to eat my words on that one.
Eat them with peanut butter and protein powder, because they taste good. Drink some milk while you're at it. Gives you strong bones. Neflaf making an important early pick on card, taking out that engineer. That should save an Uber on this A attack. There goes the sentry gun. Scrabber's being real smart with himself. Trying to hold on to that Uber. Here we go with the pop. Chimera pops him. Relic is someone scary enough that you need to pop in return. And they're laggily dancing around on the point. Corlash doing a great job staying up. Keeping his med alive. Hafu dancing all over. Meanwhile, B, you've got Bags kind of holding it down by himself. Spy v Spy. We got some Mad Magazine going on. John trying to sticky everybody in spawn. He goes down. Relic fighting the sniper. I think he's going to find it's not worth it. He will fall back. No. Relic doesn't fall back. He charges right in there and dies. Not giving up. S2 knows they need all the time they can get.
Looks like they're going to hold on to A for a while longer. I don't know how much longer they can hold on to A.
Yeah, they just lost their medic. Jump forward, trying to do anything he can.
They did manage to force back the Stoics, so they got a little bit more time. But they got 10 minutes left. They need all the time they can get, and I don't know that it's going to be enough.
Looks like S2 is going to concede. Jump 4 is still trying. Finally going to switch over. Got a full Uber ready on Stoic's side. S2 is trailing behind heavily at 40%. They're setting up a B defense. Engineer has no gun yet. Relic charging the Uber. I think it's the first time in these Highlander matches I've seen this happen. That's amazing. You're behind an Uber and you charge it. Wow, crazy. Got an Uber dispense coming through C to B. Eating up a lot of bread, guys. It's swarming that B. You've got Relic alive. He's going to try to just Rambo everybody. He's getting juggled by the Pyro. He goes down. His medic goes down. I tell you, that Pyro Air Blast really made Ramboing dudes a lot harder than it used to be.
It does.
Our control point is being captured.
Wow, the Stoics already have everything at C. They're really just there's a skip, jump, and a step ahead of the S2.
Yeah, you could say a hop, because some people are going to have to hop onto the point. I thought you were going to do that. I was sort of waiting for it. S2, try not to give up. Rolling in. Corlash. Ooh. C goes down. Carnage seems to be having lots of fun, knowing his team is about to go down.
The control point is being contested.
Down in history.
Down to the bottom of the pit around E, maybe.
Yeah, but they're gonna set up camp at D. No, they're leaving a few to cap it. Sending John over to E. He's typing up those E spawns. Make sure nobody comes out of there. He's gonna eat it when Scout rushes him. He gets some help and he stays alive. D is captured.
Our last control point is being captured. Our last control point is being captured.
Here we go. Over 6.5 minutes to cap 1 point. They are all over it. This one looks like it's about to be wrapped up. I'm just waiting for the Source TV to change levels at this point.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
S2 not giving up. Carnage comes in. He eats a couple kids. Goes down, and we got the offensive Uber, defending that point.
Oh, we get to see the end. So kind
Wow.
of them. Wow.
That is pretty cool. So, Stoic takes it with a score of 2-1. They had a really good offense. I gotta say, I'm proud of S2 for really sticking it up that second round and get the win. They tried to do what they did again. It didn't work. And I think what they did was they tried their quick strategy. It failed. That lost them a lot of time, and then they went back to the original strategy, and that's why it was just it was like running the damn marathon at that point.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame though, because they almost did the ABCE strategy, and they almost pulled it off, but it looks like the Stoics just out teamworked them all the way through.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
Oh, well, I guess that about does it for us. Before we head out of here, Peter, is there anything you need to say?
Nope. I think I'm good, Milk. Good game. Even if we couldn't see the end of the first 2 rounds.
For sure. Thanks.
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna bitch about the server. I've had enough of that tonight. Go ahead.
Yeah, we don't want to hear. People don't want to hear you bitch all night.
Yeah, I know.
You know. We know it's not your fault, bro. Don't take it personally. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Scorch, I'm glad to have had you here, man.
I'm glad to be here, Mulk. It was fun.
I enjoyed your analysis there. Anyways, Wigsy says shout out to Peter. I'll take that. There you go, bro.
Yep. Alright, I guess this wraps this one up, guys.
Yep, so that's it. Thanks for tuning in. You know, and thank you, VOD listeners. If you're downloading this, we just watched it. It was a good one. We'll see you hopefully next week around the same time on the same channel. This is Mulk the Tiger saying, peace out, dudes.
Shout out to OJ Ibarra in the expanded field. Good night, guys.